sip on this. Not all coaching is created equal. And if you've ever worked with a coach or even a therapist and walked away with more questions than answers, feeling like you were spinning instead of moving, this episode is for you. Welcome back to Sip on This, the show where we talk about love, life, careers, and why a coach like me asks deep, difficult questions. If this is your first time joining me, then welcome. I'm your host, Deirdre Haggerty, an ICF certified coach and the founder of Coaching with Miss D, which offers life, relationship, and career coaching to help you align your values and vision for life. I am so excited you're joining me today to have a conversation, coffee or tea in hand, as we chat about life, careers, relationships, and all the little things that can shape who we are. I won't lecture you or tell you what to do. It's just the two of us in a coffee shop chatting about topics that make us laugh or drive us nuts, like not getting any clarity from your coaching session. Because I want to clear something up right from the start. The problem isn't the questions. The problem is what happens or doesn't happen after them. This is what I want to talk about today because I saw a post on Substack where an executive, big executive, many years in corporate, who had put a comment up that she had left coaching and therapy with more questions than answers. And I was like, wow, that's really unfortunate because, my goal is for somebody to have a good session. I don't want anybody to ever leave without clarity. And so she wasn't the first because there's this narrative that's floating around. And I've seen it more and more recently, especially from high-level professionals, executives, people who are used to having their problems solved. I've worked with coaches, I've done therapy, and honestly, I've just ended up with more questions. And I get it. Because if that was your experience, that is your experience. And it probably felt frustrating. Maybe like a waste of time. Maybe even like a waste of money. You showed up. You were ready to do the work, but instead of clarity, you got more to think about, more to unpack, more to sit with, more to figure out on your own. And here's the truth, no one says clear enough. Questions alone don't create transformation. Guided questions do. There's a difference. Yes, coaching is built on questions. That's very real. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to hand you a script for your life. I have coached women and even some women my age who said, just give me the answer. But I can't give you the answer because my answer is not going to fit you. What I'm going to do might not be right for you. We're here to guide you to what's best for you. And that's where the breakdown happens, right? An ineffective coach will ask questions. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to do surface level coaching, we call it. They're just going to ask you the questions that are on the top. They just leave you there. They're not diving deep. And then you're sitting in your thoughts and you're circling your patterns and you're revisiting the same realizations over and over again. And it can feel deep and it can feel insightful, but it's not moving you forward. Skilled coach, we don't just ask the questions. We listen for what you're not saying. I pay attention to body language, even over the camera through the computer. I can see your body shifting to something that is completely uncomfortable. We not only listen to what you're saying, but also to what you're not saying, paying attention to your body in uncomfortable moments. We challenge those gaps. We connect the dots. You cannot see from inside your own life. because you're dealing with it, and it's kind of hard to see it when you're in the middle of it. Most importantly, we're going to guide you toward clarity, not just awareness. Clarity. I'll give you a quick example of somebody I just coached recently who's looking to change careers, and she wants to change fields, stay within the same area of expertise, but change industries, so to speak, of what she was doing. I don't want to say too much because obviously it's confidential. I can't give you her name. But a word kept coming up, and the word was getting punished by her supervisor, and she fears that moving forward. She wants to move forward. She wants to have a different job. But she's got this fear of being punished. And I'm not going to go deeper into that, but it stayed with me, that word, over and over again. We had to get to the heart of why she felt she was being punished. Where did that even come from? Because awareness without direction, that's where people get stuck. And she's stuck in this fear of future punishment. Punishment from what? A cranky supervisor? How's that supervisor going to punish you? That's such a strong word. You start understanding your patterns, but you don't know what to do with them. You recognize what's not working, but you're still not making different decisions. You have language for your situation, as my client did, but you're still not having any movement. And after a while, it's exhausting. And maybe you leave the job, maybe you quietly quit, whatever it happens to be. So maybe you're having even more of a difficult time trying to find a new job because you're not figuring it out and your coach isn't getting you there. So I want to reframe this for you a little bit. If you've walked away from coaching feeling more confused than clear, it does not mean coaching failed. It means you didn't have the right guidance, because real coaching should do a few things. It should stretch you. It should challenge you. It should absolutely bring up questions, but it should also bring resolution. Not in a neat, tied up little package with a pretty little bow, but in a grounded, I know what I need to do next kind of way. And it's up to the coach to work this out with you. Because here's what really matters. Especially for high-functioning, capable women, you're really good at thinking. You don't need more thoughts. You maybe just need a little direction. You need someone who can take everything you're holding and help you organize it into something actionable. Like my other client who runs an unbelievable, successful business, and she wants to take it to the next level, but she's stuck, and she's so bright and her thoughts are everywhere. And that's what we're doing. We're organizing her thoughts to get her to the next level, not because she couldn't do it herself, because she just needed a little direction. And it's those questions that I'm asking her so that we can develop a beautiful action plan for her that's going to make her the money she's looking to make in her business. And if I'm being honest about the coaching process, clarity isn't found in endless reflection. It's found in guided reflection. That's the difference. And this is exactly the work that I do. I ask the questions, but I'm not leaving you with the questions. We're moving through them. We're translating them into decisions, into shifts, into action. So, if you've been sitting there thinking, maybe coaching just isn't for me, I really want you to reconsider that, because it might not be coaching. It might be that you haven't experienced it effectively. You don't have to stay in confusion. You don't have to keep circling in the same thoughts. And you definitely don't have to figure it out alone. If, and I hope this did, if this resonated with you, if you felt this, I offer discovery calls. They're free. We can talk through where you are, what's been missing, and what clarity could actually look like for you. The goal is not more questions. The goal is clarity. And then movement. So please share with somebody who might need a coach today. And don't forget, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and visit Coaching with Ms. D for more resources, to check out the prices, and to schedule that discovery call. Until next time, keep sipping, trust your gut, and remember to live your life as your authentic self, your version, no one else.